Well, your family's always number one, Brisbane's 96.5. It is Ilija, time to catch up with our organising queen, littlemorganised.com.au. Bonnie Blake, good morning.
Good morning, Ilija.
Now, if you have got an event coming up, maybe a kid's party, it's always one of those stressful times, isn't it?
Definitely, and parents can really go overboard by trying to set the expectations too high and by trying to create the kids' party to be the event of the century. They go all out with a themed party, they get the balloons, they get the matching napkins, the plates, the decor, everything has to match, and they set themselves up for a really stressful time. And kids' parties should be really fun, they should be really low-key, and it should just be about celebrating the child's birthday and getting the family and friends all together.
So what sort of direction do you go in, or what sort of tips do you have for us?
Well, it's really important that people delegate. Delegating is the easiest way for you to actually offload some of those party jobs that need to be done, because while you might like to be the sort of person who's in control, it's really important that you actually find family members and friends who can take control of other parts of organising the party. So that might be you're handing over to your husband the set up and the pack up. You might be handing over to your sister-in-law the bringing of the cake, and you might hand over to somebody else the balloons, and just delegating is really important for kids' parties. It can be a really stressful time, and it's not supposed to be that way. So if people can delegate and actually let those people take control of those jobs, it's much easier for everyone.
So what would be the first step you'd take?
Well, the first step is definitely to make a plan. I love making plans. I love having steps and strategies in place for things to be achieved. So it's really important if people are to create an event, such as an engagement party, which my sister had yesterday, that they have a plan. So my sister was really great. She had this big list of all the jobs that she needed done, and she had delegated each of those jobs to a person, and she'd given them a timeline and when it needed to be completed by, and what jobs were needed on the day, and who was bringing what. And so it's really important that if you're creating quite a big party or event, that you actually have a big plan like that everybody has a copy of, and it's the same copy.
I love that. Making a plan and delegating. It sounds good, doesn't it?
Oh, it just makes life so much easier. Why would you want to be stressful at a time when you're supposed to be celebrating?
Bonnie, what's the best themed party you've been to?
Well, I have to admit I'm a bit of a dress-up fan, so I love 80s themed parties and movie star and superhero parties. So if you're that sort of way inclined and you love to dress up and have a little bit of fun, going for a theme like that is always great. Kids' parties are always really easy to do with a letter. So when I was a kid, I'd have a bee party and people would come as basketball players and ballerinas and baseball players and all those kind of things. So if you really get stuck and your child doesn't have a particular theme that they like, whether it's a Disney theme or a Pixar theme, it's really great to be able to pick a letter and have a party themed around the letter of the child's first name.
That's a great idea. Bonnie Blake is our organising queen, littlemorganised.com.au, and we'll join you next week. Thanks for that.
Thanks for having me on the show.